When I was first diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, I was worried about what everyone would think and what my life would be like.
Would they think it was because of what I ate or that I was lazy?
I heard people say it only happens in larger or older bodies, but the truth is that the number of youths being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes before they turn 18 is rising, and research is showing that diabetes is about much more than what you eat and how much you move. Recently, researchers conducted a study to better understand what it's like for young people living with type 2 diabetes. In this study, young people from Manitoba aged 10 to 24 who were diagnosed with type 2 diabetes before they turned 18 shared their stories through interviews.
After interviewing 22 youths, researchers identified 4 main themes. Of the 4, 2 really stood out to the research team. First, lack of public knowledge and stigma, and second, mental and emotional well-being.
After hearing the stories of research participants, they realized that the impact on mental health from type 2 diabetes was under-recognized compared to the physical effects.
Imagine needing to take pills every day and everyone asking what's wrong with you, or being so scared of needles and worrying every day that you will need to take insulin.
And if you do use needles, you're scared to take your insulin in public in case people think you're doing something illegal.
Overhearing kids and adults talking about diabetes and blaming someone for having it takes a toll on us. Reaching out for help and not always being supported impacts our ability to fully enjoy life. The constant pressure to make the right choice is just overwhelming when life is already so stressful.
All of this can prevent us from getting help and truly living our best days. It may cause us to miss our meds, leading to high blood sugar.
When our blood sugar gets too high, we can get moody, depressed, and feel unwell. It's harder to participate in activities or focus on schoolwork, and everything just feels even worse.
The truth is, having type 2 diabetes is not our fault. It's not always preventable. It happens because of things beyond our control.
Things like residential schools, intergenerational trauma, and land displacement.
The processing, industrialization, and commercializing of our food, the lack of affordable and nutritious food in many of our communities, and how some of us have left our homes by force or by necessity. It's common for many youth living with type 2 diabetes to have lost their traditional ways of living and eating.
All these factors contribute to developing type 2 diabetes. So the question shouldn't be, did you make good choices? It should be, did you have good choices to make?
So yes, type 2 diabetes technically means that my pancreas doesn't use insulin well or produce enough to overcome resistance.
It also means I may have had the odds stacked against me, sometimes even before I was born.
But it's important to remember that even if some of your family members have type 2 diabetes, it doesn't mean you will necessarily get it, even with the same risk factors.
If you do receive a type 2 diabetes diagnosis, you may not have the same struggles as your family did, and complications are preventable.
The research clearly shows that having supportive people around you and helpful resources, while also reconnecting with cultural traditions, is important for mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional health.
Now that we understand that youth-onset type 2 diabetes is about more than what we eat and affects more than just our physical bodies, maybe we can start to quiet the negativity.
We know that we can thrive when we are empowered to get help and support. We can all learn and help dispel misconceptions, understand the broader factors impacting type 2 diabetes, like cost of and access to food and cultural influences.
Research shows that if you are a youth with type 2 diabetes, it's important to talk about it. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Even if it doesn't come up with every healthcare provider, know that your mental and emotional health is as important as your physical health.
We all contribute to a healthier, happier community. Let's start by ending the stigma and acknowledging the importance of mental health in managing type 2 diabetes.
Support research. Support youth. Support well-being.